thoughts that I was having about, of all things, fear. Like I said, it's been a stressful day. Anyway, have you ever felt that tightness in your stomach or your chest, maybe? That little voice in your head whispering doubts before taking on something new, something challenging? Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking about. And, it brought me back to even thinking about something when I was a young girl. It's something that I still think about. So it had to do with when I was in the school play. And I was about to sing a solo. And nervous doesn't even begin to describe how I felt. So it was time for my solo. I was Mother Abbess in The Sound of Music. And I was dreading it because there was this one note in the song that I just couldn't reach. And I knew this because I had been practicing it and practicing it. And, even during practice with the school, I couldn't hit that note. My voice would just crack. I was so nervous, as you can imagine, coming up to the live, show. And I truthfully felt ready to crawl under the stage instead of being on it. But then something incredible happened. The chorus, which were all my classmates behind me, joined in on that last note and helped me through it. It felt incredible. It felt wonderful. I felt so supported. It was such a great experience. What turned into something that could have been terrible, right? So that act of support, that tiny little moment of courage, helped me overcome my fear and succeed. And it's a memory that stays with me to this day. And it reminds me that fear often stands in our way. But on the other side of that, on the other side of fear, lies the potential for incredible things to happen if we can just get through it, if we can just allow it. So we all have fears, right? Big and small. They're different for all of us, and they can change depending on the situation, right? But they can show up as fear of failure, right? What if I mess up? Oh my goodness, I'm going to be so embarrassed. I'll be mortified. Fear of judgment. What will others think of me if this happens? Or if I do this? Or if I try this? Are they going to laugh at me? Fear of the unknown. What if things go wrong? What if it doesn't go the way I envision them? So all of these fears can be paralyzing, holding us back from pursuing our goals and living our best lives. But here's the thing. Fear can just be a story that we tell ourselves. It's not reality. And the good news is we can rewrite that story, right? Instead of letting our fears dictate our choices, we can shift our focus to the possibility of what lies beyond. So, what if embracing challenges instead of fearing them leads us to growth and self discovery? You'll never know unless you try. What if exploring new things brings joy and fulfillment? It'd be worth it, wouldn't it? So, this applies to all aspects of our life, even when it comes to things like what I like to talk about managing joint discomfort and fatigue, about aging well. It's all about that. As we age, concerns about joint pain and stiffness, yeah, definitely can arise. And these concerns, coupled with fear of the increasing limitations of what we might be able to do in the future, can lead us to avoid activities that we actually love doing. And that's not a good feeling. But what if managing discomfort isn't about slowing down, but about finding just new ways to stay active and vibrant and doing the things that we love to do? So here's the key: taking action. Taking action. Remember, you hold the power to create the life you desire when it comes to aging more slowly and feeling your absolute best. You don't have to feel older than you are, and that includes managing joint pain and stiffness. But you might be asking yourself now, how can I do this? It's not a bad question. All right. You need to challenge the narrative that's going on in your head. Remember that story that I was just talking about. Acknowledge that your fears might just be stories. Analyze it. Is this true? If the answer is maybe, well, then ask yourself again, why not? Keep questioning yourself about why it is you believe that. Stories have been told to us since we were young, and we've come to believe them without questioning them. But that doesn't mean that they're real. There are lots of myths, for instance, around joint pain and whether or not it's an inevitable part of getting older. I'm here to tell you it is not. You can manage what is going on with your health. You need to explore the solutions. Number two, many of these are right in your refrigerator, especially when it comes to maintaining those healthy joints that I was talking about and fighting inflammation, the root cause of why it's there. I can tell you with confidence that these are the foods that can actually slow down the aging process, those anti inflammatory foods, and help reduce pain and stiffness. And there are ones that actually can contribute directly to it, and those are the ones to avoid. And thought number three, in order to be successful, you need support. Don't wing it on your own. Chances are you're going to get frustrated, and that leads to failure. And then that is a vicious cycle that keeps you from doing things or trying things or getting on the other side of that fear. So you may be knowledgeable, but maybe just need some support and accountability to keep consistent in your efforts. Talk to your doctor or other healthcare practitioners about your concerns and seek out other like minded people who will support you in your goals. I encourage you to share your experiences and ask questions. So, together, we can support each other and embrace the courage to step beyond our fears. I don't know about you, but just changing my mindset about what can and can't be accomplished has made me feel much better about what lies ahead, whether that's today or in the future. And I hope it's made a difference for you. So, are you ready to swap negative stories with empowering ones? Not a bad idea. What's holding you back from doing that? Question it. Ask yourself those questions. Are you ready to address your joint discomfort, slow down the aging process, and start living a more vibrant life? If so, I can help you with these efforts. Click the link below to schedule a call together for us together, or use the QR code you see in the corner to discover ways that you can start achieving your health goals today, right away. So together, we can find effective strategies that work for you. And remember, the power to conquer your fears and live your best life is within you. All right, I'm feeling empowered and encouraged. I think I'm ready to get back to work. How about you? I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye for now.